What's up, guys? Just got back from picking up a Audi Q5. The car needs some brakes, some rotors, oil change, and then we're going to go over the entire car to see what else the car might need for the future. But as always, we had to come in and clean up the mess so that we can just drive the car right in, put it on the lift, get it up, and get ready to do some work. Let's dive right into it. First, let me turn this heat on. It's 50 degrees in here, but let's get it up to about 65, 70, and then go from there. We got the car up on the lift, just to give you guys just to show you guys. We got about 2 feet off. We can go about another 2 feet up in the air, but this is more than enough to get the brakes done. So starting off, we need 17 millimeter socket, 1.5 inch. Don't mind this, I already broke them loose by hand before putting it on the lift, just to make my life a little bit easier, make the gun not have to work as much. All right, so starting off, you're gonna need a 13 millimeter for the caliper bolts. You're gonna need an 18 millimeter for the caliper mounting bracket. So then just remove this, and then you're gonna need, well, it looks like a T30 to then remove the rotor. Head. Okay, spec these pads. Yep, they are worn down. So as I said earlier, you see how I said I was gonna leave these two top 13 millimeter bolts loose. This is the reason why, so that when I get to this point, I'm not fighting with the caliper, because now it doesn't have tension because it was mounted. Because at that point, once you're taking it off the mounting bracket, it'll be very difficult to loosen up those bolts because they don't have the tension from the mounting brackets. But these are the two 13 millimeter bolts for the caliper itself. And then after you remove those, you can remove the caliper. Let's check and see if it has a sensor, which it does not. You should be able to just remove the caliper and the mounting bracket with the pads. Because this has a parking sensor on it, I'm going to have to go and put my scanner in the car, put it into service mode, and that, once I do that, it'll engage the piston on here and retract it all the way in. And then that's how you will be able to service these kind of cars. So let me get this mounting bracket cleaned up, greased up, change the caliper guides, and swap these pads out. All right, so we just took the bolt out, and I've already did the process of removing this. But if you look here, around here, all that built up rust, recommendation for all you guys who are doing repairs is sand this down, this area down here, and then put a coat of anti-seize on there so that, you know, next time we have to do the brakes and the rotors, it won't be as painful. I just had to hammer it out from the back. But as you can see on this rotor here, a lot of excessive heat spots all the way around the rotor, excessive rust, and you can see the pitting on the front from the brake pads just wearing out excessively. So let's swap these out. Brand new. But before we put them on, I'm going to sand this down and coat it with some anti-seize. A little bit of anti-seize. Just run it around. You don't need to cake it up or anything. Just a nice bead for it. We'll get this rotor installed. You just got to line up the holes. And this is a good measure to just put the bolt back in, just to make sure it's not cross-threading. That's one thing you tech, you definitely don't want to be cross-threading anything. And then once you know you have it started, put your ratchet on. Definitely excessively tight. Just want it on enough to hold the rotor in place. So I've already installed the new pad guides. In this area right here, on both of them, you want to just put like a slight layer of grease, because as you compress your brake pedal, the pads are being pushed by the piston in and out, in and out, in and out. And as we all know, metal on metal surfaces tend to create friction. So if you have a layer of protection in between, aka grease, this will definitely aid in your brakes lasting a longer time and make sure that your brakes aren't making excessive noises. All right, so we got my brother here. We got my buddy Jeremiah. They're finishing up the last set of brakes and rotors. And yeah,
let's see how long this takes.
It's not gonna take long if you stop doing it with your hands. You helping Jorge with his van?
why are you calling that?
Is it Jorge or George?
It's
Jose.
Oh my goodness.
Jorge.
Bro, I'm tired.
You think that feel?
You never heard nobody call him Jorge.
Really?
Nah, I never heard nobody call him Jorge.
Really?
This guy's a jokester.
Yeah, nah, you're shot for that.
Damn, bro. My fault. Jose, there we go.
You guys are shot.